Hello everyone, it's Magicraft Mods, and today we are taking a look at the Tinker's Forging mod, a mod by Alcatraz Escape. It is a very cool mod. I just turned on the information button, that's what I called it, and it adds a unique new version of metal making, taking inspiration, or literally taking the form of forging and anviling, metalworking, from Terra Firmacraft. TFC, Terra Firmacraft. Yeah, that's a 1.7.10 mod with a port being worked on. But until then, we have this amazing forging system. It's very cool, with heavy Tinker's Tinker's construct integration, as we see over here. Without further ado, let's get started. So to start off, if you don't want to watch through this whole video and you just want a simple guide, the mod maker was very kind enough to just have it right here. You can craft this guide simply by combining it with any Tinker's hammer and a book to get the Tinker's Forging Guide. So yeah, be gone. But anyways, in here you can see the items, how you can make armor, and the Tinker's hammer. But we'll get to that in a bit. So over here, so first of all, to start off, you're going to need a way to heat up your metal, which the basic, most easiest way to heat up said metal is using a charcoal furnace. Pretty much you just dig a hole in the ground, surround it by stone so you don't burn stuff down. You're going to need charcoal, because now this mod adds a feature where you can layer charcoal on the ground and dig it up. But you're going to take said charcoal, place it in the hole, all 8 if you want to have a good smelting time. You're going to grab some flint and steel and light it up. It'll start burning. Yeah, you'll take fire damage if you step on it, so don't jump in furnaces, kids. So it'll start burning, and you'll see this little thermometer in which it'll gradually heat up, and these slots in which you can heat up said metals of sorts that you want to heat. So we'll get back to this in a bit, because that'll take a while. So that's your basic starter-upper, just beginner furnace and way of heating up metals to work. Your advanced version of heating up metals is the brick forge. It has less space, but it works a lot better and is more efficient. You can craft it with a furnace, 5 bricks, not that expensive, you just have to get bricks, which is annoying. But there you go, you have a brick forge. So for fuel, you're just going to need more flint and steel, any type of fuel-y coal, and you can just light it with flint and steel, and it'll begin heating up just like the other charcoal furnace, except it's much more fuel efficient, as we see over here, and you don't need to keep a bunch of charcoal at hand. So now that you can heat up your metal, let me grab some metal, one moment. Once you grab your metal, you can put it in here, and you don't have to smelt it in here. You just use a regular furnace to still smelt, so that's pretty usual. You have to heat up your metal in order to actually work with it. This is the whole point of the mod. So, as you can see, it'll say this item has been worked, and you'll have this little indicator showing its heat. And at some point, when it gets to a certain temperature, and once you get to a certain point, you'll get the little thing that says can work, which means you can actually use this metal now for something. Up until that point, it's useless unless you want to craft a bunch of shears, if that's your thing. The poor sheep. So, obviously, once you have this metal, and note, you can't really do anything with normal iron ingots unless you want to craft shears, because, you know, shears are superior to all other things. You can't craft chest plates, pants, helmets, boots, anything. You get the point. You can't even craft swords. There's special sword parts and everything now, which makes it a bit more realistic, instead of just taking your bars of iron and chucking them on a table and boom, you have armor. Last time I checked, that's not how actual forging works. I've tried it before. It doesn't work. So even when you have this, so what do you do with your brilliant white workable iron ingots? Well, you're going to need an anvil and a hammer. So taking a look at the anvils first off, it's pretty simple to craft. There's 2 default ones, and this is a heavily integrated mod for Tinker's Construct. You can get it, and it would be very friendly. And obviously, there's recipes for all of these. You have nilum, lead, blah blah blah, steel, electrum, all that fun stuff, and your tiers, which pretty much is like the level of anvilness your anvils have. So the 2 vanilla ones is crafted with 5 ingots. Oh god, I can't math. It's 6 ingots and a block of iron. Or, it's block 6 ingots for all of them. Some of them aren't craftable because Tinker's Construct doesn't necessarily add blocks. And when you use this anvil, you'll open up and you have a GUI for your ingots, your hammers, and all these little options, which I'll explain in a bit. So, over here, wrong place, you have your hammers. You have all the Tinker's Construct hammers, as you can see, yay, Tinker's Construct, and the vanilla hammers. So, stone and wood hammers are, stone, diamond, and wood are all crafted in just an arc because they aren't metals, but the metal ones are crafted with these little hammer heads that you get from forging, and this is actually friendly for JEI, so I can show you. It's 5 iron, or 5 of anything, for making a hammerhead, and there are these little instructions that you have, which can tend to be a bit difficult. So, this is very hard, and it took me many tries just to, like, make the easiest thing, which is, like, iron leggings. And it took me about an hour to make those. So I'm probably just going to be showing you little clips of me forging and being successful instead of you guys having to watch me try, and fail over and over again. Because maybe that would be entertaining for you guys, but it's not entertaining and fun for me. It's torturous. So, anyways, we'll actually grab an iron hammer. Or Tinker's hammer. They're just labeled as Tinker's hammers with the material. And I guess, sure, if you want to hit someone with a hammer, it's 4.5 attack damage. Woohoo! So, say you just take any iron, you'll obviously get some, if I can find it, my setup's so confusing. You'll just set this in here as well as a hammer in the slots. This is where your thing comes out. And so here's what happens. So these are instructions, and they tell you, it's pretty self-explanatory. You have to bend it last, bend it second to last, and hit third to last. These are hits. And these are draws. Everything over here brings it back, and everything over here brings your green arrow forward. The goal is to match your green arrow to the red arrow perfectly. This is why it's so hard. So pants, it's hit any, bend any, and draw any. You just have to do it at some point, which is why I think it's the easiest, because you can just rapidly click buttons up until then. Some of the harder ones are specific. You have to, like, punch last, hit second to last, and upset third to last, all in the exact order, just for, like, an iron axe head from Tinker's Construct. Some of these are all just, like, very confuzzling, and this is all Tinker's Construct integrated. You obviously just have your regular parts that you have when Tinker's Construct isn't installed. So, like, for example, if I wanted to craft an iron sword, rawr. Yay, that. Thank you. It is craftable with Tinker's Construct installed. But without Tinker's Construct, it has all its individual little parts, which is... it's just fun to deal with. This makes your life hard, people. Very, very hard. So, aside from that, I'll be... now that I've explained it, I'll be showing you guys how to forge. And since I'm a total pansy, I have Night Slime, which is the easiest to work with, because I can't do much better. It'll take me too long if I try and use iron, because iron is actually very hard to use. So it's a great progress block if you're a mod pack developer and you think Minecraft players have it too easy. You just want to ruin their lives by making it hard to get ironed. So without further ado, I'll be showing you guys some of the recipes. It'll show it on screen. I don't want to show them all, because I'm one of those mod pack developers who like making players' lives hard, because the challenge is fun. So without further ado, I'm going to show you some of these evil recipes of doom. So yeah, that was some of the many forging recipes that Tinker's Forging adds. Very cool. I'm not going to show them all to you guys, obviously, because I don't even know them all, and that would take a bit long to find out. So if you want to do that, you should download the mod. It's highly recommended. But some other things you should quickly note are that some metals will melt if they are in too high temperatures, such as gold. At yellow above, you'll get a little danger warning where it says can work, and it'll disappear magically. Your iron will just poof, or gold, or whatever you're smelting, it'll just go away. You should also note that some metals are too high of tier, or the anvils are too low tier, and you can't even use them on certain anvils. So for example, the anvil is too low tier for that item. So night slime is too strong for iron. So that should be something you note. But other than that, that's about all the mod has to offer. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to see more just like this one. If you're wondering why I didn't upload last week, I'll just upload twice this week, because yay, that's how I roll. I was in St. Louis, took a nice little trip, and other than that, happy spring, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!